September 12. Mitchell. As the former owner of a gunstock manufacturing company he founded in 1981, Randy Boyd has spent nearly 4 decades defending the firearm industry amid a long history of criticism. But the longtime gun industry leader has found himself opposing a project in Mitchell that most firearm advocates would celebrate. Boyd was among the 70 area residents who stood against the City of Mitchell's proposed gun range during a September 5 Davison County Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, a project that has sparked a flood of opposition from nearby residents due to concerns over the location. Boyd emphasized he's against the proposed location of the gun range, not the concept of the project. And he's not alone, as many others who spoke in opposition indicated support for building a gun range in a different spot. In an attempt to find a resolution that brings Mitchell a publicly accessible outdoor gun range, Boyd is pledging a $500,000 donation for the $1.3 million project with a few conditions: a different location than the one being proposed and implementing more security measures. The people at the meeting made it clear they don't want the range where it's planned for, but they made it abundantly clear they want a range, Boyd said. I fought my whole life for the gun industry and know they can be used responsibly. So this was really hard for me. The proposed location of the gun range is on the east edge of the former Kelly property that the City of Mitchell acquired in 2019. The site abuts 406th Avenue and sits in between 250th and 249th streets near a row of residential properties in the county. Although Boyd's home isn't nearly as close to the gun range as other properties sitting along 406th Avenue, he's concerned for the safety of the residents who are in close proximity to the proposed site. This current location is just wrong. It could endanger lives and infringe on the quality of lives of people out here, Boyd said. The design of the proposed range mimics the City of Watertown's range, which is an outdoor facility free to the public. Mitchell's Public Works Director Joe Schroeder said the range would be monitored with 24-hour security cameras. A 600-yard bay with 5 lanes would be the longest portion of the gun range, according to the design. In addition, the range would feature 100, 200 and 300-yard bays. The shortest bay would stretch 50 yards. City officials explained the gun range would feature 14-foot dirt berms along the edges of the bays to help eliminate bullets from escaping the area and reduce noise. When Boyd spoke at the September 5 Davison County Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, he disputed the enclosed outdoor gun range would keep every bullet from escaping and claimed semi-automatic rifle bullets can travel up to 2.2 miles. You will not contain every bullet in that range, Boyd said at the meeting. When I saw this plan, it didn't take me long to say I oppose it. This is a 50-lane range that would be used by people who will be shooting for the first time. And it will be monitored by cameras. Boyd's safety concerns was one of many issues raised during the jam-packed meeting that saw over a dozen residents speak against the project location. From noise disturbances to public safety and environmental concerns, the county's Planning and Zoning Commission had a lot to consider before voting on the city's conditional use permit. Ultimately, the commissioners unanimously voted to deny recommending the permit, a decision that ignited a round of applause from many of the people who attended the meeting. The 5-person Davison County Commission will decide the fate of the permit on September 19. The decision could force the city to seek a new location if the permit is denied. The Mitchell Republic has reached out to the 3 Davison County Commissioners who do not sit on the Planning and Zoning Commission to discuss their thoughts going into the September 19 meeting that will ultimately decide the fate of the range. Commissioner Randy Reeder declined to comment at this time, while Commissioner Denny Kiner did not return a message from the Mitchell Republic. Commissioner John Claggett said he's continuing to gather information on the project and will make an informed decision on September 19. We're always open to hear more information. And keep the door open. We know people want a shooting range, but the big question is location, Claggett said. Davison County Commissioners Mike Blawlett and Chris Nebelsick sit on the Planning and Zoning Commission and voted no on the permit. As Boyd listened to over a dozen people speak about the project, He was proud to see common ground shared on the idea of bringing Mitchell a gun range. Among the few project supporters who spoke at the recent meeting was Lori Volk, who urged the group of residents to be more open-minded about the project and its potential impact on the community and gun culture. If we open up a range and provide safety, security and training, we can actually promote the future of guns instead of canceling them altogether. I would rather give my children somewhere safe than just letting them go with their friends and shoot. A car is no different and no less safe than a gun, Volk said at the County Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. After hearing Volk and a few other gun range supporters speak, Boyd said it sparked an idea that he hopes will produce the best shooting range in the region. Boyd is suggesting forming a group made up of project advocates like Volk and concerned nearby residents who support a range at a different location. It dawned on me after the meeting that this just created the best shooting range you could build. You take what was said over there and get a group of open-minded individuals and remedy all of the problems we heard. You could have the best range, Boyd said. It took a lot of courage for those ladies to speak, and I want to help them. While Boyd doesn't have a specific new location in mind, he hopes the formation of a group will result in pinpointing an ideal location for city and county officials to consider. Boyd's proposal has the support of Mitchell City Council President Kevin McCardle, who is optimistic that a gun range will be built in the Mitchell area despite the pushback on the proposed location. I think it's a very generous proposal. It's not every day you get someone willing to put up a $500,000 donation. Hopefully we can find a spot that satisfies everybody's needs, and we can get Mitchell a good gun range, McCardle said. After Mayor Bob Everson and city officials first presented the council with a plan to build a gun range roughly a year ago, the city applied for a $800,000 grant through the South Dakota Game, Fish and Parks. The grant, if awarded, would fund over half of the project. If city leaders pursue Boyd's proposal and seek out another location, the $500,000 donation would cover the costs of the entire project.